Okay, well, praise the Lord. It's great to be here this afternoon and for the weekend. Both Judy and myself are delighted to be here and happy that we sort of made the effort to be here on this weekend. I'm actually feeling unusually uncomfortable in a crowd. We've been sort of making our way around Australia. In the last meeting we were at had 6 people in it in Perth. But praise the Lord, things are going on. I'd like to be able to bring greetings from Melbourne, but I don't know what's going on there. Other than we're going to be back in time for the Melbourne convention, which of course is always a very good time, and I'm sure that some here will be able to make it there. Proverbs 24. In just a few minutes here. And look, it's been an interesting theme and a source of consideration for us. And it reminded me of some years ago in New South Wales, one of the youngsters in the assembly, about 18 months old I think, swallowed a $2 coin. And you'd be concerned about it if it was your child, I suppose. And anyway, so we sort of necessary concern, and got in touch with the doctor and all that sort of thing, and had prayer about it, of course. And it was just a matter of sort of wait and see. And I had people phoning me up occasionally saying, how are things going? And all I could say was no change yet. In Proverbs 24 and verse, where are we? Verse 21. It says, my son, fear thou the Lord and the King. That's good advice, and all the people said. This really sort of takes it right to the top. My son, fear thou the Lord and the King, and meddle not with them that are given to change. And really the message here from Solomon, as it happens at the time, who when he was good, and when he wasn't so good, he was like the girl with the curl. But he provided for us words of wisdom here, and it applied to their generation, and it applies to ours as well, even as spirit-filled people. And now that we know the truth and we've been set free, and we know what the standards are, we live our lives by God and King in that sense, that our lives are dictated to and organised by the highest order there is, and that is God Himself. And that we've moved into this incredible relationship with the Lord and with each other as kings and priests of the Most High God, and that we find ourselves ordering our lives by God and the King. And the advice to the church, even today, is don't and meddle not with them that are given to change. And we find that in the world today at large, that down through the generations, and it was recognisable in Solomon's time as well, that the standards have been set by God, and by and large people weren't interested, and they were off trying to sort of carve their own piece of paradise or philosophical reasoning, and that they were agitating for change away from the standards that God had given. And we've seen this over the years, of course, and different ones that might come to mind, Hitler and Stalin and Lenin, that's John Lennon. They all had their opinion, and they all had a dream and an idea of changing the world to their way of thinking. When a person operates from the centre of their own universe, they think that they've got a world view that's better than anybody else. And John Lennon, imagine there's no countries, imagine there's no heaven. Hitler had his dream, imagine there's one country. And that everybody has their own particular platform to present, and they're agitating for change in the world, and it's a change that they want to see. They're changing for their world, the way they see it should be. And this is, of course, just typical of mankind. And when we look into these things, we find that you know, there are so many opinions and organisations, and you know, you've got you know, sort of organic land rights for gay whales, and everybody's got their platform of agitation. You know, their point